Hey everybody, due to all the social pressure that many of us social media folks are getting right now from the large social media empires such as YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, etc., we would like to ask you to subscribe to our channel and ring that bell when it appears, ding ding ding, so you get notified of the videos that we upload in the future as we upload them. Don't forget to like the video so YouTube will put us into the suggested feeds more often. And as always, we appreciate you watching our videos. Hey everybody, Charles here. Welcome to Backroads Living. I've been trying to figure out what all the buzz was about the last couple of days over the GameStop, I think is what it's called. It's a store that's a chain store that's in many malls across the United States. And over the years, it's struggled a little bit because of all the online games that you can download now. It's a store where the youth and, well, I guess adults alike that like to play games could go in and purchase games or play on their computers and whatnot. But yesterday, the stock of GameStop went extremely high. I mean, it was just crazy high. And it said that NASDAQ temporarily shut down stock trading after internet trolls destroy huge hedge fund with GameStop stock. Now, I find it interesting they call them internet trolls, because when the big hedge funds and when the big market investors do this kind of stuff, they call them smart traders. But now when a group of people get together like this, who are not part of the, you might say, clique, then they're called trolls. So let's look at this just a second and see what happened. This article lays it out pretty good. We find here that it says the NASDAQ has paused trading after internet degenerates spotted Wall Street gearing up to make a killing, beat the traders at their own game, and got filthy rich while destroying the U.S. top hedge funds. So buckle up for a good ride right here. I enjoyed this read. This is one of the very few times that you'll find that the folks who manipulate everybody and manipulate all the stocks got took to the cleaners. And that's a pretty good thing, I think. We now have memberships available on our channel, and if you would like to support our channel, that's one way you can do it. There are 3 different levels of perks on that. We also have our PayPal address in the description box below, and we also have our store link down there. So if you'd like to support us in any way, you can most certainly do that by one of those methods. And again, thank you for being a part of our channel, and thank you for considering joining Backroads Living. It says we are actively monitoring social media chatter and will halt stock if we match chatter with unusual activity in stocks. NASDAQ CEO announced on Wednesday morning. Speaking to CNBC, they demanded regulators intervene to stop the manipulation that's seen amateur investors completely leave one of America's top hedge funds, Melvin Capital, teetering on the edge of bankruptcy. Now here they are asking, think about this just a second, the NASDAQ CEO is demanded that regulators, now they're talking about Congress here, intervene to stop the manipulation. Well, why don't they stop the manipulation when the rich people do it? Why don't they intervene then? See, it's these internet trolls they're calling them. I find it very interesting. As trading opened, the NASDAQ CEO kept her word, and the buying and selling of GameStop stock was halted. She stopped it intermittently throughout the morning in a bid to stave off the manipulation that she had warned about. But what was it about one failing video game retail company that sparked such panic on Wall Street? Why did this video company here create such a thing? I find it very humorous. I loved reading this article because this is one of the times that the little man actually won. I mean, and literally took the big man to the cleaner. It says a fixture in American shopping malls, GameStop once held launch wrap parties for the biggest annual releases, but has seen its business fall off a cliff in recent years due to digital purchasing and the decline of malls nationwide. Enter the short sellers. Put simply, hedge funds looking to capitalize on a failing business can borrow shares in a company, immediately sell them, and ideally buy them back later at a lower price to pay back the original lender while pocketing the difference. Should the price rise instead of fall, however, these funds have to pay back the shares at the new higher price. Enter these young trolls. Profiting off a failing business may seem either a canny move or the epitome of vulture capitalism, but it's a common practice. Wall Street does it all the time. These big investors, these big hedge funds, they do this all the time, and it's called smart business when they do it. But when someone else does it and costs them billions of dollars, then it's stock manipulation. So let's keep reading. And when they decide it's stock manipulation, then they holler at Congress, hey, we've got to put a stop to this kind of stuff, but only for the little man. So Wall Street's top investing firms even help each other identify stocks ripe for the picking, as Citron Research did when it deemed GameStop a failing mall-based retailer in terminal decline. Centon Research and Melvin Capital both bought tens of millions of dollars worth of short positions in GameStop, but soon learned the hard way that in short selling, there's no end to the amount of money one can lose. So these people bought this and had intentions of making their millions of dollars on it when they resold it, but the tables turned on them. The 2 million members of Reddit's Wallstreetbets, these are the folks here, members of this organization. This community took an interest in GameStop back in August when they noticed the arrival of pet supply e-tailer Chewy's co-founder Ryan Cohen to its board, signaling there was some life in the company yet. When they noticed that Melvin Capital and Citron had bought the stock short, they decided to start buying, pumping up its value, partly to make a buck and partly to punish the hedge funds for profiting off the death spiral of a store imagined or ingrained in their childhood memories. They were just kind of wanting to slap them on the hand for doing this, but it actually turned out to be a much better thing for them. Throughout January, GameStop's value shot up from $18 per share to $347 a share on Wednesday, as hedge fund managers whined and raged on television and Twitter. The Wallstreetbets community dug their heels in and continued to buy. I'm sorry, I can't help but chuckle while I'm reading this and just seeing these these big hedge stock funds and manipulators of the market having to pay out billions of dollars to these people. Oh my goodness. Both funds took a beating with rumors of Melvin Capital's bankruptcy circulating on Tuesday. Melvin manager Gable Plotkin told CNBC that these rumors were false, but the fund still needed to bail out nearly, listen to this number, they needed to bail out $3 billion to cover its losses before it closed its position that afternoon. It had already lost $3 billion on the stock it had bought. Centron's Andrew Leff said on Wednesday that he had managed to close his position at a loss of 100%. He had lost 100% of his investment when he got out of it. Oh, goodness. Now, with short sellers down $6 billion as of Tuesday, the self-described degenerates of Wallstreetbets posted screenshots of their ballooning bank balances, reveling in their newfound wealth as Wall Street suffered. One poster reportedly turned $55,000 into $13 million, while another posted a screenshot of his $64,000 gain, announcing, "I can now write my mom a check and put my sister through Lyme's treatment. This has been a very tough year, but I'm so thankful for every single one of you. Life-changing money is turning into destiny-changing money," another wrote on Tuesday night. So this is an awakening. The titans of Wall Street seethed. Oh, they were mad. Investor Michael Burry, who made a fortune. Now, see, this is how it works. Michael Burry made a fortune in the 2008 subprime mortgage crisis. He took advantage of that. He manipulated it, and he made millions of dollars on it. Okay? Michael Burry, who made a fortune on the 2008 subprime mortgage crisis, said in a now deleted tweet on Tuesday that trading in GameStop is unnatural, insane, and dangerous, and there should be legal and regulatory repercussions. Here again, another big player is calling on Congress to make regulatory rules against, what's their name here? Wallstreetbets. Stop these people from having a community that they can buy stocks like this when they see it going on, and everybody in the community's in the know on it and buys it all up and costs these investors money. Well, when these big investors in Wall Street do that, they tell each other about stocks and things that are going to make a ton of money, so they can all share in each other's glee and happiness, and everybody buys up all this stock and resells it to all these people and makes millions of dollars. It's okay for them, but not for Wallstreetbets. No, don't let the little man in on this money. Let's write some kind of law. Let's make a regulation here that stops this from happening. I tell you what, let's do. Let's just delete their accounts. Every one of them. Let's take every one of them offline. See if we can put them in jail or something. Because they've done something against the big guys. Oh my goodness. How foolish is this? Despite Burry's call for punishment and Friedman's fretting over manipulation, the amateur investors of Wallstreetbets aren't actually breaking the law. Their forum posts are considered free speech under the First Amendment rather than illegal attempts to dupe investors. There's been an awakening, financial advisor Tim Collins wrote last week. A large group of retail traders have realized if they work together, they can overpower any institution or short seller in the world, outside of the Fed, of course. One Reddit poster put it more bluntly. What I think is happening is that you guys are making such an impact that these fat cats are worried that they have to get up and put in work to earn a living. Yeah, wouldn't that be awful? I'm telling you, that would be horrible that people would have to work to make a living. Amid the celebration, some Wallstreetbets users predicted an impending regulatory crackdown. Now, they're expecting this to happen. They're expecting that regulatory crackdown, especially given the astronomical donations that Wall Street gave to this fella and these people in the run-up to last year's election, because Wall Street poured the money in right there to that. The speed in which Congress will probably pass legislation to prevent something like this GameStop ring from happening again will show you the difference between immediate, listen real close to this, it'll show you the difference between immediate for Wall Street and immediate for the people waiting on those $2,000 checks. This was posted by NFL running back and outspoken leftist Justin Jackson on Wednesday in a tweet. Here it is again. The speed in which Congress will probably, doesn't say they're going to yet, but they've been asked to by the CEO of Wall Street. It's all of Wall Street, the big boys that's losing money, they're just crying and whining and griping and saying that Congress needs to do something to regulate this, to stop this from happening again. But the speed in which Congress will probably pass legislation to prevent something like this GameStop thing from happening again will show you the difference between immediate for Wall Street and immediate for people waiting on those $2,000 checks. So why, the question remains, why hasn't people still got those immediate that was going to be taken care of as soon as they were sworn into office, the immediate, going to get that new stimulus and get immediate action and immediate relief to the folks in the country who need it? Well, folks are still waiting on that immediate relief. So I don't know. And I just tell you, I'm so glad that this bunch right here from Wallstreetbets were able to make them some money to pay bills, to help their families, to do whatever it is they want to do with it. If they want to spend it all in bubble gum and just whatever, it doesn't matter. It's theirs. They made it just like the people on Wall Street make theirs. There was nothing illegal about it. There was nothing wrong with it. But just because they were able to turn the tide on the fat cats of Wall Street, now Wall Street wants legislation wrote to stop them. That's just like America. Listen, folks, keep your eyes open and your ears open, because this kind of stuff happens all the time. Write legislation to stop the little man, but leave gaps and clauses to let the big people just keep right on stealing and thieving and lying and cheating, and do it legally. But anyway, I thought you guys might enjoy that. A good read there for a successful venture by these Wallstreetbet users. And if you've enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like the video, share us with your social media. This will be a good one that folks would enjoy reading, I think. And don't forget to hop over there to our store. The link's in the description box below to check out our personal protection devices. They are on sale right now. Once they're gone, the sale will end. So be sure to check them out. Don't forget to join our membership here on YouTube. We have that open now. We have some perks for that. Be sure and check it out. And as always, don't forget to keep on praying and keep on prepping. And we'll see you guys in the next video.